Okay, children, a very good morning, everybody. So, again, today we'll continue the chapter Indigo. I hope you people have gone very thoroughly through the previous two videos. Okay, actually, the chapter is very, very long, and I'm explaining you in a very slow manner so that you people understand it clearly because it is a little tricky and tough chapter. Okay, children? So we had learned till here that Gandhi ji, with the help of his struggle, his intensity to help the poor, help the peasant, raise a voice against injustice, he could really get over this problem of peasants, that they are not able to live a proper life, the basic necessities of life, they are living a wrecked life. The landlords are really making their lives hell. Okay, so Gandhi ji came out of it and he led a voice. He stood against the evil that was going through in the society during those times. He stood against the injustice. Okay, so till here we had read that Gandhi ji had won the Champaran issue. Okay, he had really won the battle of Champaran. Okay, and people really looked up to him, the poor people, the people of the society who were really suffering. Okay, for them Gandhi ji became the hero, he became the champion. Why? Because he helped them. He didn't knew any one of them, but still he was being mocked, he was being bullied, he sacrificed just for one sake, to give justice to the people out there. Okay, let's read further from page number 52. In June, Gandhi ji was summoned means called, to Sir Edward Gate, the Lieutenant Governor. Before he went, he met leading associates and again led detailed plans for civil disobedience if he should not return. Okay, children, now they were really did not want that Gandhi ji should come up there, should have a talk there. Why? Because they didn't want that a stranger, for them they were treating him as a stranger, that why is he poking his nose in such a matter which is not related to him directly or indirectly. Okay, Gandhi ji had 4 protracted interviews. Okay, his interviews were held with Lieutenant Governor. Lieutenant as in lieutenant is a term basically which was used for the viceroy, somebody who's above viceroy, the British people out there, who as a result appointed an official commission of inquiry into the indigo sharecroppers situation. Okay, now children, because Gandhi ji always believed in facts, he really believed that he should go inside the matter and then he should judge something and stand against something or stand for something. Okay, he didn't believe in talks completely, he laid straight on the facts. Okay, the commissioner consisted of landlords. Now, what were the commissioners? Who were the commissioners? Whom did it included? It included landlords, government officials, and Gandhi as the sole representative of the peasants, of the farmers. Okay, now they are coming to their side. They wanted, now the poor peasants, they want their side to be higher, and exactly that should have happened because they were really in a very serious condition. Okay, so the truth prevailed out there. Okay, so Gandhi ji emerged as the representative. Sole means the only one representative of the peasants. Gandhi remained in Champaran for an initial uninterrupted period of 7 months. Okay, he stayed there for 7 months uninterrupted. Nobody interrupted, nobody stopped him, or nobody questioned him or argued him. Okay, and then again for several shorter periods. The visit, undertaken casually on the entreaty of unlettered peasant, in the expectations that it would last a few days, occupied almost a year of Gandhi's life. When Gandhi ji actually got involved into this Champaran situation, that the peasants were facing problems, Gandhiji had really thought that it might take a month or two to sort out this problem, to solve this problem, to help the people out there. But how much time did it take? It took a complete year. The official inquiry assembled a crushing mountain of evidence against the brick planters, and when they saw this, they agreed in principle to make refunds to the peasants. Okay? They agree that they would give refunds to the peasant, pay their money back, whatever they are in need of or whatever they have lost due to this circumstances, this problem, they will be refunded, they will get their money back. Because children, everything starts and begins with money. If people have money, if they had money, the poor people, they had left their life a better way. Okay, in a better way. Where were we? Though officially this has been read, I believe. Yeah. But how much we must pay? They asked Gandhi. They thought he would demand repayment in full of money which had illegally and deceitfully extorted from the sharecroppers. Illegally means not legal. They were harmed. They were forced to grow crops, and still the profit of the crops were not being taken by them. Okay, forcefully they were being supposed to grow the crops, and after growing the crops they were not allowed to hold or take the profit, but to give the crops completely. That's why it is told to be illegal. Deceitful means in a cheating way, being cheated. Extorted from the sharecroppers. He asked only 50%. There he seemed adamant. Adamant means very strict. No, I want this, so I want this. Very stern, very strict, not in a mood to change their decision. Adamant. Right, Reverend J.Z. Hodge, a British missionary in Champaran who observed the entire episode at close range. Okay, one of the people out there who had seen the Champaran situation from his eyes, a close witness, he had written this. Okay, thinking probably that he would not give the way, the representative of the planters offered to refund to the extent of 25%. And to his amazement, Mr. Gandhi took him at his word, thus breaking the deadlock. Okay, he broke the deadlock out there. This settlement, what was the deadlock? The 50% he wanted. This settlement was adopted unanimously by the commission. Means not unanimously. Some people were alright, some were not okay with this situation, this decision. Gandhi explained that the amount of the refund was less important than the fact that landlords had been obliged to surrender part of the money and with it part of their prestige. Okay, now Gandhiji said that yeah, money is important, but prestige, self-respect of a person is also very, very important. Okay, that should also be undertaken. Therefore, as far as the peasants were concerned, the planters had behaved as lords above the law. Now peasants saw that he had rights and defenders. He learnt courage. Events justify Gandhiji's position. Within a few years, the British planters abandoned their estates, which reverted to the peasants. Indigo sharecropping disappeared. Gandhi never contented himself with large political or economic solutions. He saw the cultural and social backwardness in the Champaran villages and wanted to do something about it immediately. He saw that they were very backward, they were living a very basic, a very backward life. Gandhiji didn't wanted that, okay? So he wanted to do something to change the situation, the cultural situations, the social situations out there. He appealed for teachers, Mahadev Desai and Narhari Parekh, two young men who had just joined Gandhi as disciples. disciples mean people who want to learn from their guru, the students, okay? And their men who had volunteered for work. Volunteered means willingly they wanted to help Gandhiji, that whatever he's doing the social work, we'll also help him, okay, in whatever way he wishes. Several more came from Bombay. Now many people got involved, got linked with Gandhi by seeing his good work, his good deeds. People voluntarily, happily, on their own, willingly, they came up to Gandhiji that they, if he needs any help, they'll surely help him. Devdas, Gandhi's youngest son, arrived from the ashram, and so did Mrs. Gandhi. Primary schools were opened in 6 villages. Okay, now the progress, the good progress, the positivity that was being coming due to Gandhiji. Kasturi Bai taught the ashram rules on personal cleanliness and community sanitization. Gandhiji's wife also took it over. She explained how to be clean, because these poor people, they don't follow a proper health regime, they do not follow a proper hygiene system. So to explain them to remain clean, this explanation is very important. Good sanitization, keeping oneself healthy. And how do we be healthy? By cleaning ourselves, by taking a bath, by wearing clean clothes, okay? Health conditions were miserable. Miserable means very bad. Gandhi got a doctor to volunteer his services for 6 months. 3 medicines were available: castor oil, quinine and sulfur ointment. Anybody who showed a coated tongue was given a dose of castor oil. Anybody with malaria fever received quinine plus castor oil. Anybody with skin eruptions received ointment plus castor oil. Now these were the basic Ayurvedic treatments which were being given. That was also not being given. So Gandhiji started with this system, started to help those who need the help, who are unwell or something or the other is not feeling properly. Gandhi noticed the filthy state of women's clothes. Filthy means bad, foolish, fishy, unhealthy, stupid state. He asked Kasturi Bai to talk to them about it. One woman took Kasturi Bai into her hut and said, "Look, there's no box or cupboard here for clothes. The sari I'm wearing is the only one I have." Children, the people were so poor. They were not having the basic necessities of life. Okay, children? See what the women is saying. You can, from this line only, you can imagine the situation, the scenario in which they were living. That poor lady, that poor woman had just one sari which she was wearing. That was the only one and only one sari she had. During his long stay in Champaran, Gandhi kept a long distance watch on the ashram. Okay? While he stayed in Champaran, he equally was very much involved in the ashram. Why? Because people were living out there. He wanted to help them in every way. He wanted to help them in terms of this medicinal terms, in sanitizational terms, in health-wise situations. He sent regular instructions by mail and asked for financial accounts. Once he wrote to the residents that it was time to fill in the old latrine trenches and dig new ones. Otherwise, the old ones would begin to smell bad. Okay? New washrooms, now children, there were no washrooms out there. They were just doing it outside in the mud. You might have seen in the movies there, the backward people. Right now, still in the villages, these things are being prevailed. So Gandhiji said that it becomes very dirty, the plate starts stinking, so don't do it. Make another boxes for that. Okay, children, so what did we come to know? We came to know that the health conditions were very bad. Actually, the people, the poor peasants who kept working and toiling the whole day, they were living in such bad situations. Okay? They were living a very, very poor and disheartening life. And children, this episode really is very important episode of our freedom struggle. See children, freedom struggle started from here. When Gandhiji took a stand, people came up to Gandhiji. They knew Gandhiji. Gandhiji was also confident enough that volunteers are coming, people are coming to help me. I can do something. That one man really changed our lives today. The freedom we are living in, okay? The Champaran episode was turning point in Gandhi's life. What I did was a very ordinary thing. I declared that the British could not order me about in my own country. Okay, children? So he said that he was so happy. It was a turning point. It was a turning point. Why? Because Gandhiji was a big name now. People knew him. Indians were with him. But Champaran did not begin as an act of defiance. It grew out of an attempt to alleviate the distress of large number of poor peasants. This was the typical Gandhi pattern. Okay, things started become to change, to elevate, to change. His politics were intertwined with the practical day-to-day problems of millions. Okay, children, whatever he practiced, he preached was to help the poor people, to help in their daily needs, to give the basic solutions to their problems in their day-to-day daily lives. His was not a loyalty to abstractions, it was a loyalty to living human beings. In everything Gandhiji did, he tried to mold means change, a new free Indian who could stand on his own feet and make India free. Okay? Early in the Champaran action, Charles Ferrer Andrews, the English pacifist who had become a devoted follower of the Mahatma, came to bid Gandhi's farewell. Okay, said bye to Gandhi, came to bid Gandhiji farewell before going on a tour of duty to the Fiji Islands. Bid farewell means say farewell, say bye. Gandhiji's lawyer friends thought it would be a good idea for Andrews to stay in Champaran and help them. Andrews was willing if Gandhiji agreed, but Gandhiji vehemently opposed. He at once opposed. He said, "You think that is this unequal fight? It will be helpful if we have an Englishman on our side." Gandhiji really didn't want, because ultimately, children, they were fighting with whom? They were fighting with the Englishmen, with the Britishers. So Gandhiji's point of view was that if we are against someone, then how can we take a help of them? That is purely illogical. It is creating no sense. This shows the weakness of your heart. The cause is just, and you must rely upon yourselves to win the battle. You must be confident on oneself. You should trust your own self to win anything. You should not seek a prop in Mr. Andrews because he happens to be an Englishman. Seek a prop, as in, children, to maybe just a mohra to help someone. Okay? A way to win the situation. This shouldn't be. He had read our minds correctly. Rajendra Prasad comments, and we had no reply. Gandhi in this way taught us a lesson in self-reliance in an independence, and helped sharecroppers were all bond together. Okay, children, so this really helped in the Indian independence, in our independence. Okay, now the chapter is complete, children. I want you people to once and for all go through all the 3 videos again, and then tell me whether you people have understood the chapter or not. Tomorrow again we'll be summarizing whatever we have done since 3 days. Okay.